Astros are looking a little bit like the Cubs of last year. Meanwhile, the Cubs are looking like the Astros of yesteryear because they are really struggling. 6-game losing streak. Are you hitting the panic button just yet?
Yeah, if I had a button around here, I would definitely be pushing it.
The Cubs lost another game on the road tonight.
I don't know if they're going to Mansky back-to-back playing like this, Dave.
As they lost to the Dodgers 5-0. This loss marks the Cubs' third consecutive road loss.
Everyone's pressing a little bit.
Hangover?
Yeah, sure, a little bit. I mean, what do these guys know about winning? They've never been at that level. It had to be a crazy emotional thing. How do you go and chase that dangled carrot yet again when you've reached the top of the mountain and planted that W flag like the Cubs did last year? So
they're not the same team they had last year. That starting pitching isn't even close to the rotation that they had last year, and they're not scoring the same number of runs.
And that's
not even close.
And that's why I think that they're close, but they're close because no one's good. If you're in a division with Houston or Los Angeles, you're miles back. So the Cubs being average doesn't mean that they're good either. That's all I'm saying.
Right, you're absolutely right. And they're gonna get better. They have to.
And they got better. While everybody was worried in April and May, and the mainstream media wrote them off, the Cubs went off. Let me just break it down for you a little bit. Since the All-Star break, the Cubs are first in the National League for homers, 96. Their batting average is first in the National League, .278, and they posted a 44-22 record in the second half, which is the best in the National League. And they're averaging 5.8 runs a game, and did I mention that was first in the NL too? These guys have a championship mentality. They won 97 games in 2015, 103 games last year, a World Series, and are on pace for another 90-win season. That's 290 wins in 3 years. And while everyone is questioning Joe Maddon, he's the reasons why. He's the reason the Cubs brought a championship to the North Side. He broke the curse. And if you see him on the streets, buy him a beer. He deserves it. Chris Bryant's posted almost better numbers than last year. And the only reason why he's not getting an MVP consideration is because of the RBI category. How stupid. His strikeout rate is down, and not to mention, his base on balls is up, while being a top 10 player in the whole league of on-base percentage. Anthony Rizzo is hitting a career number in homers this year, while he keeps being the Cubs' heart and soul of this lineup. Let's talk a little bit about Kyle Schwarber. This guy was sent down to the minor leagues, and while everyone wrote him off, he's batting at .260 since getting called up and is on pace for a 30 home run year. And let's not forget, this is considered a down year. Wilson Contreras keeps being the beast he is, and I don't know why people are still running at him. John Jay keeps stepping up in big spots, and Javier Baez has finally shown us what he is capable of doing. Flashing the leather, hitting dingers, Javi is one of the most exciting players to watch, and he is literally a walking highlight. So funny to see the Cubs closing in on back-to-back division championships, and now those people who wrote the Cubs off early on are considering them a World Series contender. 2017, we've overcame a lot of obstacles, and do not count these guys off in October. I promise you, the Cubs never quit.
On the mound, is it possible the Cubs were a good team with good personnel that got absurdly hot, and the Cubs story is going to go back to being average? Is that possible?
I think it's definitely possible, don't you? I mean, when we looked at it last year,